should be sent to jail.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, that morning and Thursday morning when you spoke to the President, what was it that she wanted? Did she want you to take a leave of absence, or did she want you to inhibit yourself in the process?
That leave of absence, that idea came from me because I said, I refuse to transmit this impeachment complaint. Now, if you insist that I should transmit it, then do it yourselves because I'm not willing to do it. So, the best way is I go on leave for 1 day or 2 days, and you choose any of the deputy speakers to take over and transmit the complaint.
Were you
so I said, maybe Raul Delmar, being the most senior among the deputy speakers, should do it.
Were you threatened, sir, that you would lose your post if you did not?
No. There's no such thing, because how can I be threatened when I have the overwhelming support of the political leadership in the House, the Campi, the Lakas CMD, the Nationalista Party, the Liberal Party, the party list organizations, the PDSP, the Liberal, the LDP are supporting me, and they have supported me 5 times in 5 speakership battles.
Okay, we'll continue this discussion and we'll go back to Joey, who's still here with us. Still with us tonight, Speaker Jose de Venecia. You're not on leave right now, are you, Mr. Speaker? No, indeed not.
We are on vacation.
Yeah, okay. Speaker Jose de Venecia and his son, Joey de Venecia. We'll go to a short break. For your comments and your questions, you can text REACT space SP your comment and send them to 2366. Comments and questions are welcome for Speaker Joe de Venecia and his son, Joey de Venecia. Strictly Politics will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to Strictly Politics. We're still joined by the Speaker of the House, Jose de Venecia. No, he's not on leave anymore. And his son, the ZTE deal whistleblower, Joey de Venecia. Mrs. Speaker, in that conversation, those 2 conversations, with the President, Monday morning, is that correct? And Thursday morning?
One last week, and the other one...
Thursday morning?
Yeah, Thursday morning.
Okay. Was there any talk about charter change?
No.
No.
Absolutely none.
Okay, because
I'm committed to a moratorium on charter change.
Yeah, because I think that was yesterday when the President made an announcement in a speech in a human rights forum that there would be like federalism by 2012, etc. And a lot of people, there was a lot of speculation. Baka ito na yung kapalit.
Well, my plan, as I have told you quietly a couple of months ago, is that we will go on total moratorium on charter change until the economic bills are all completed before Christmas, including the national budget. After this, then we can consider talking about a shift again to unicameral parliamentary government and eventually a transition period towards federalism in 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker, earlier I was asking about, had there been a real impeachment complaint, would you have transmitted that? Were there plans by the opposition? Were they trying to come out with an impeachment complaint, which you would have forwarded?
That's what they're trying to do.
Oh, now how can that be done if the Polido complaint is already at the Justice Committee?
Well, they are trying to see how they can move around or skirt the issue, but I think they will have a hard time because the Polido impeachment complaint creates prevents a second impeachment complaint. It's so declared by the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but is there any way? I mean, you should know. You're the Speaker of the House. You know the rules of the House, diba?
Yes, they will try to do that, but they may not succeed because they don't have the numbers in the Committee on Justice. As you know, in an impeachment battle, it's essentially a numbers game more than a legal or a political issue.
Well, speaking of numbers, Mr. Speaker, is there any real chance, if you say, yes, I will transmit a real, genuine complaint, is there any chance for a real, genuine complaint given the numbers? There are a lot of talk that 30 opposition congressmen, 50 lakas, that there was a deal that was in the works that was being made that you would put together enough numbers to push this to the Senate. Is that true?
Well, if there is an honest to goodness bona fide impeachment complaint with a lot of substance, then that's possible. But on the basis of a Polido impeachment complaint, this guy is berserk. He's filing cases left, right. Filed 4 cases against us, my son and myself. In 10 days, 4 cases. is absolute insanity.
What would have happened, sir, if you had stood firm that the complaint should not be referred? Would you have been ousted?
If in the impeachment complaint? No,
Yeah.
because the impeachment complaint, everybody knows it's a sham.
No, but if you had stood firm and said, no, I'm not going to transmit this.
That's what I said.
You were in
That's
danger
what I
of losing
said,
your
and,
job,
and I kept my promise. I did not transmit it.
Okay. But, you know, parang that was a way out, in a way, hindi po ba? Para bang, I'm not going to be part of this, you know.
But you see, Pia, we are in a democracy, the majority rules. That's what Congress is all about. That's what the committee system is all about. That's what parliamentary democracy is all about. I am outvoted.
Yeah. Joey, I wanted to ask you, you know, when you came out with this expose about the ZTE deal, this $10 million offer, right?
Yes.
Did you ever think that aabot sa ganito, that it would come to this? I
I
mean, and we're talking beyond the effect on your father's position, huh? That, you know, dumating na sa ganito.
Well, I did think of it because of the first gentleman's involvement in that whole controversy with the NBN deal. I think that after Abalos, after my ignoring his bribe to me and trying to work with him in order to for him to augment our network, you know, I worked with the guy. I put my faith in Chairman Abalos, meaning, you know, he's as old as my father, and he's a very powerful person, and I thought his ideas were good. So if we could have mended our ideas in a technical manner, that's what I was hoping for, because because he also had a good plan. But unfortunately, what had happened was, even prior to this, I was in the Blue Ribbon Committee meeting in the Senate this morning, and apparently they showed me a letter.
Meeting?
Yes, by the Technical Working Group,
Okay.
Blue Ribbon, and they showed me a letter written by the ambassador of China to Mike Defensor saying ZTE was already the supplier. So in that specific case, I felt a little bit betrayed because they had entertained my BOT proposal, which I submitted on December 5th. And I gone through the ringer, and I was evaluated. I was asked for more information, and I gave it. And I was endorsed to NEDA. And then the next thing I know, it's being signed in BOA for 300+